This is a step-by-step tutorial on how to log your timesheets for students that are taking field hours or method hour courses. So you will first navigate yourself to the Sonia website, which is sonia.nl.edu. Then you will locate the Office of Field Experience hyperlink, which is located on the right-hand side of the screen. Go ahead and right-click that. Here you will find yourself at the Sonia Home uh, tab, which you will need to log in to be able to access your personal information. So please ensure that your role is labeled as student, followed by clicking on the university sign-in button. This will bring you to your NLU portal where you will log in with your NLU credentials. Once you are successfully logged in, you will have access to abundant amount of information and resources. The first one being that your field placement specialist should be located on the right-hand side. If this is not the case, please reach out to our team. Uh, and then there are also other resources that are located if you scroll down on the left-hand side. So now, to be able to access your timesheet, it will now look in the form of a form. In order to access it, you will direct your attention to the Forms tab, which is located between the Placements and Details tab on the upper toolbar. Once we are here, we are going to want to self-select our form, known as the UG timesheet form. So you're going to go ahead and click down on the drop-down arrow, click UG timesheet form, followed by the Add button. This will successfully add your form. Now, if you are taking 2 courses that require field hours or 3 courses, then you will add 2 forms for 2 courses, or you will add 3 forms. Each course should have their own form, therefore have their own timesheet. Timesheets will only be submitted for verification at the end of the term. We will no longer be doing multiple verification. So you will only be required to receive verification on your timesheet at the end of the term. So once we are here, it is going to ask you to select the placement group. So click down on the drop-down arrow and select the appropriate placement group. In this case, it is Spring 2024 field hours. Then it will ask you to select your placement site. Some students are at more than one site, so please be sure that you are selecting the appropriate site for the appropriate course. Once we select those fields, we should now have access to be able to edit our form. In order to access it, you are going to click on the red edit pencil button located on the right-hand side of the form. And once you click on it, it should open up the form. Now, some of the student information should already be pre-populated, but feel free to provide if you have a preferred name, as well as please include your NLU program known as your major. So if you are an early childhood education major, elementary, secondary, AAS, ITS, whichever it is, please be sure to indicate it there. Then you will provide your course number. So for example, if you're taking EDU 299, you will label that right there. Then you will also let your instructor know who is your mentor teacher. They have access to this information as well, but you will need to provide it. Now, to the actual timesheet portion of the form, it is very simple to log your hours. Now, once again, you will only be requesting approval at the end of the term, but you will be responsible for logging your hours throughout the term to ensure that it is accurate. So, in order to add a log, all you need to do is click on the left-hand side, this plus add new timesheet button, and this will allow you to add a new log. So if I want to say that my first day of field hours was April 1st, I can say that I started at 8 in the morning and I left at 10 a.m. because it was a 2-hour observation. And I'm going to ensure that I'm putting the date, time in, and time out. Please do not put anything in the break section. And then on the comment section, this will vary by course instructor. Some instructors ask just to label out what what assignment you may have worked on, how many hours, but it's all depending on the preference of your instructor. Then, you're gonna want, if you want to save this specific log, you're gonna bring your attention to the bottom of the page, and you're gonna go ahead and click Save Draft. This will ensure that your logs are saved, not submitted. So if I want to come back, let's exit out. If I want to come back a different day just to log in my hours for the next week, I can of course do so. I will come back to the Forms tab, click the red edit pencil once again to access my form, scroll down, and I will simply just add a new timesheet. So in this case, it is now April 8th, and once again, I did another 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and I will add my hours as long as with my assignment. At this point, I can choose to self-tally my hours. So right now I am at 4 hours, and I will scroll down and hit Save Draft. Now, let's say now that the end of the term has come, I'm going to make sure that all of my hours are tallied up, and I ensure that I am providing the number here so that it is easy for my instructor to visually see, as well as for my mentor when they are going to log in to approve my hours. Now, in order to be able to actually submit your hours so that you may receive verification, you will need to provide your mentor teacher's email. Please ensure that it is the correct email address, because if you do enter the wrong email address, you will need to redo your form, start from the beginning, and relog everything. Okay? We have no ability to troubleshoot, so please, please, please ensure that you are sending it out to the correct email address. Now that I have inputted my email address, I will not touch any of the text in the email box. This is very important. If you do, you will submit your form incorrectly and you will need to redo it. So I'm ensuring that my course number is there, my mentor teacher name is there, all of my timesheets are there. I have tallied up my hours. I have my mentor's email. I am now ready to hit submit. And this lets me know that I have successfully actioned my form, which will be done at the end of the term. My mentor will receive an email asking them to submit, asking them to approve my form. And then this is what I can screenshot for my course instructor to be able to receive credit in my course.